Okay, welcome back everyone. Now we're going to talk about some of the tools. So let's go a little bit deeper and really go into deeper on these tools, right? So let's get back. So when we last left you, we sat at the online tools. So let's go back to that. And let's go with this project schedule analyzer, okay? And so we click that, we click the little blue and it comes up and here's the schedule. Okay, so project schedule analyzer. So what's this for? What does it do? What are the tests we take? All right, and what are we actually doing? So I built this tool because a lot of times we see very, very rough and not well thought out project schedules. So what I've done is I've literally created, and I'm going to show you right over here, is what test does this tool perform? I've created a series of tests on what it's going to do across your project schedules. Okay, so it's going to do a task dependency check, a critical path validation check, a resource allocation test, a task duration test, a schedule compression and slack analysis test, a milestone integrity test, start and finish date validations, dependency type analysis, risk integration test, baseline comparison test, resource cost test, calendar accuracy test, process measurement test, stakeholder alignment test, and realistic end date check. How awesome is that? So it's literally applying 15 best practices on how you should be running and building your project schedules. Okay? And like I said, we've seen some pretty rough schedules. Now we're actually going to see and be able to take our current schedule and apply those tests. Will all those tests be applicable? No. But will they give you directionally what your schedule looks like? It certainly will be. Okay. So what do we do? Again, every time we get into these tools, I'm going to tell you, I don't store your data. I don't need your data. I don't want your data. I want these tools to be helpful for you. And I want you to understand there's no risk. There's no ability for me to even store this data. It's not being stored anywhere. I don't need it. Okay? So, privacy note, there's no information stored on this site. It's only running the analysis and the tests. That's it. Make sense? Okay. All right, so you're going to choose your file. So you can download the template, just like the other tools that we have. We generally have a download template, or we can load the file. So I'm going to load the file here, okay? So I'm going to go to my download directory, and I know I have some data here. So I'm going to say project schedule template data, okay? And it downloads that template. So let's pull that out. Okay? And as that pulls it up, you can now see it completely loads every piece of data that you had in that Excel file. So your task name, your start date, your end finish date, your durations, your dependencies, dependency type, your resources assigned. Are they critical resources? Your slack, your percent complete, your risk level, your resource cost, your baseline duration. Everything you have in that Excel gets loaded up. Now, the other really cool thing about this, and I won't do this second because I want to run this analysis, but when you do a download template, it gives you two tabs. It gives you the first tab that has all these tests in it and what it's looking for, and then it has a second tab of where you can load your schedule data. How cool is that, right? So what I recommend is just deleting the information tab once you read through it and then get this data loaded up, so it just makes it easy. But let's hit the blue button called Analyze Schedule. All right, so now we analyze the schedule, and here are your results that came back. Now again, I did this off of the template data, which was awesome, right? And adjusted that a little bit. But think about this. It says the kickoff milestone is missing a dependency. That's totally fine. It totally could be, or maybe it's not. Maybe it shouldn't be, right? Critical path issue. Critical path design phase has 3 days of slack. That's probably fine. That may not be fine. You have to make that call. Critical path task stakeholder review has 2 days of slack. Again, that could be okay. That could be a problem. You have to make that call. Duration estimate. Design phase has a long duration of 15 days. Maybe that's accurate. Maybe that's not. And again, this is a tool to allow you to quickly assess across 15 best practices around schedule management that should be done in your projects. It's not perfect. It doesn't mean that there's not nuances or changes that could be made. But again, that is up to you and that is to what you're seeing. I wanted to give you a tool to quickly analyze it and the things that you should be looking for in your schedule. Does that make sense? I hope you really check this one out because we're seeing a lot of people still growing and needing to understand how to build a great project schedule. And I think we're still seeing some struggles there. So hopefully this tool will help you as a project manager, you as a PMO leader, you as a functional manager, anyone that needs to quickly analyze a project schedule and understand the shape that it's in. Hope you like the tool. Thanks again. I'll see you online. Thanks.